Hey guys, welcome to one of the first videos on Foister Entertainment. It's of a Dracoslayer Dragon deck that I've been theorying. I kind of just wanted to put my thoughts and theory out there, just for the world and people to see. Um, just get people's thoughts if you guys would. Comment any changes you would make or any suggestions that you have so I can take a look at them. Because I do want to try to perfect this. Shout out to Trif. He has been running a build of this in his recent locals vlogs, and I've been kind of sniping cards here and there with changes that he's made, along with of old profile he did that was just running like maxed out Bestials. This runs with that theory, but it's running some of the new cards that I've been seeing pop up in his vlogs. Um, the theory behind this works really well, and the deck is super consistent. Um, and I will talk about some changes and stuff, and some things you can switch around, and a possible Dragon Link package that I want to play in the deck. Um, but yeah, let's just get straight into it before I ramble too much. So you max out on the Dracoslayers, and I'm on one master because through testing, having a fourth dragon body that's a Dracoslayer and a Pendulum, it just means you have more access to it. Plus, it's a decent summon off the Ignis. If you don't want to burn through your extra copies of things, you can just summon this and have it. Um, so it's just nice. It's also like a pseudo card that you can use, like pop with it, pop Ignis with it, and start playing depending on how the hands are if you draw it. But it's just like all right. It's mainly there because it's a fourth dragon to play with Luster, and that's what makes this whole thing work. Is that the Draco Slayers are these ones are dragons, and then this pops in scale, searches another one. This summons out of scale. This summons from deck when it's popped, and then this searches any Draco Slayer and a field spell. So these just work. And then to round them out, I needed a good normal summon, and Bambuku is that because it gets you to Majesty, which you pair Majesty with any other one in scale, and you're just playing and off to the races. Um, 3 Revolution because it searches out your Luster and your Master, so you get to these, um, which is nice. But you also get to this broken card. It's a level 8 that you can summon from your extra deck. It also adds back a Banished Dragon, so you can add back any of your like Bestial stuff. You can do cool things where you like Bestial, banish your Libellion, re-add back the Libellion with this, put it in an extra deck so now it can be summoned, and then you can run through your Bestial cards, feel this. Um, it's just really good. In that regard, you also can summon it, and it just like puts crazy board pressure because it has a crazy effect. It's also a 1 scale. So sometimes you through combo you get rid of Majesty, and you can Revolution into this, and then it gives you a low scale to pair. So when you go beyond to Pendulum Summon, it allows you to be able to keep playing, which is nice. And I already talked about this. Like you pitch this and search, it also can summon back your Ignister or the Fusion or the Xyz out of your grave, allowing you to loop them, which is crazy. And it's just not once per turn. And then the last Pendulum Dragon is Sloth. You use this for the end board that you guarantee when you go first after sighting. And then maxing out on Bestials. No Baldrake. But I am planning on adding it. And when the Baldrake comes out, I am cutting 1 Sarnia and 1 Druisworm. So it is going to be 3/3, 2/2, and 2. Because the Baldrake is just crazy in this deck. There's so many lights and darks that you summon, and it just gives you an additional interruption against tier. Because you can banish one, and then you tribute a dark. You tribute a dark, and allows you to get rid of the Kitkalos when they make it, or like a Rukalos or something. It just removes that, or Dragostapelia, just anything that's problematic, or you think is just going to lose you the game, you just get rid of them. But for time being, it's this. You just have maxed out Bestials, you're probably beating tier. And these are self-explanatory. And Magnemut serves double purpose in this deck, because you also can search these. So it gives you the strength of Dragon Link in that regard, where you're able to use these to keep going, which is just super nice. And then you also have the Sarnier and this, which gives you access to the spell and trap, which are just crazy. And then when the macro Cosmos comes out, we'll be able to use that. And then 3 shifter to go with the theory and stuff that Triff was talking about. If you drop this and your opponent can't play, they're not going to kill you. And then on crackback, you can then go ahead and kill them. Like if you shifter them, your deck doesn't lose the shifter, and you usually can put up a board that's enough to kill your opponent. Because if you shifter tier, they usually just pass, and then on your turn you'll just kill them. And that's like the reason I wanted to run this is if you play against tier, you drop this, you probably are winning. And then 3 prosperity because it's free consistency. And then Sky Iris, it's searchable. Same thing with rebranded and beast. So it is 42 cards. There are things you can move around, like you can cut these if you really want to. You could cut down on Bestials. It's mostly at 42 because I wanted to play the Master and a 3rd Bambuku. I felt like having the additional bodies in the deck just was nice and added consistency to the deck. And then extra, 1 Ignister. You only need the 1. Baron, you can make it sometimes. Dynasters for your end boards because you make spheres, Dynaster, and then you Sloth summon. And then they can't just battle phase swing into the Sloth, which is nice. You play the standard 2xcs. If they don't lose the Dweller, and they lose the Baguska, and if they don't lose the Baguska, then they lose the Dweller. They're just crazy. Magister allows you to extend. It also just makes a free IP because you also get the search. So you just summon this, summon a body, and get a search on end phase for free. Hope Harbinger because you use this for some of the inboards. And then Zeus because sometimes decks just require you to make a Guska, swing with it, and then Zeus. Or like Magister and swing in Zeus, or so on and so forth. 1 Beyond to start the combo. IP Unicorn, you sometimes make these, not all the time. You make spheres in almost every end board if you're not killing them. And then Pisty Triple Burst, because you can make Beyond, and then you make Ignister. Ignister summons Luster, and then you go through this line, and you make your pick, whether going second you make Borland, or going first you make spheres. And Borland's just crazy, because it's really tough for tier to out. Yeah, it doesn't get the negate, but it's really tough for tier to out this because they can't target it. They don't have like any spell or traps that target this, which is kind of sick. That it's just another way to beat tier. Like you make this, pair it with Bestials, you probably are winning. But it also can just swing in everything. So people can make boards, and then you can just make this. Swing, and then use your other stuff to kill, like Ignister, Baron, your Bestials, so on and so forth. So it just opens up and allows you to go for game a lot of the time. But like changes, like there are a lot of flex slots in this deck. Like the required cards are Triple Burst, Pisty, Spheres, Beyond, Hope, Magister. These to an extent, but they're also flex slots. Dynaster, Baron isn't, but Ignister. Like these are the ones that you're required to play, so you can like make the combo. A way that you could change it up, and I might do this going forward, depending on how testing goes at locals, because I am going and playing this at 2 sneak peeks and then locals to see how the deck does. This deck will probably change up next format as well. Do keep that in mind because of Kashtira. But you can change it up where you play 2 Ignister, a Savage Dragon, a 2nd Beyond, and then Selene Access Code. So you can make the Selene Access Code line to kill. You have the 2nd Beyond to be able to push through things, which is nice. So you can still like set up stuff so you can pen summon, or you have a 2nd one to make a 2nd push. You have the Ignister for the same reason. on crackback, sometimes it's nice to be able to synchro into another one. And there are a lot of situations that you can make Savage, and Savage is just a free negate that you can make more consistently than Baron because it is a dragon. So you can use Luster to make it. You can't use Luster to make this. You have to use whatever you summon off of Ignis to make this, which doesn't come up all the time. But those are changes that you can make if you feel like you want to. I am going to test with this, because through testing against my buddies, it's been good. So this is what I will go to locals with, but it may change up. And side deck, it's basically the side deck Trif had. I am gonna make edits for like, because there are a bunch of runic players. I'm gonna put in like Cosmic Cyclones and Lightning Storm. I'm probably gonna cut these, the 3 Veilers and 2 Ash, to play 2 Lightning Storm, 3 Cosmic Cyclones, so I can just beat out the runic players, because I feel like because there's like 4 of them at my locals, which is stupid. So I kind of want to have the spell and trap card removal to beat them, but overall these are just good because they hurt Sprite, they hurt Tyr, Flu, and Koshtira. So these just hit everything. So I may keep these, but most likely I'm changing these up for when I go to locals for more spell and trap card removal for back row. This is a Leckery. I'm hoping my local shop has one. Zombie World for Flu, Necro Valley for Tyr, and then 1 Guiding Ariande. My buddy has it, I just haven't gotten it off of him. And then 3 Solemn Judgment. Use the Guiding Ariande to get through these. So, side deck really just comes down to like your local area and your preferences. But the whole reason I wanted to do this was just to get the list like circulating and get some people's minds racking. I already posted this to the Dracoslayer duelists on Facebook. They've been giving me some thoughts. So I am going to be taking some of those into consideration. I also, before I end this off, I'm thinking about testing out a dragon package, or not a dragon, a bigger dragon package in these, because you can do stuff where you like Bestial, quick launch summon Tracer, make Baron at that point, then play with your Pendulum cards while under a Baron. You also can use these as just like free bodies that can extend, which can come up. It also gives you a consistent way to make Savage, and it also gives your Borland a negate. So you can like Borland target Tracer, summon it, Tracer, pop a card, summon Recharger, and then make Savage. And then you can, if you're doing that at the end of your combo, you get Savage Borland plus whatever other stuff you want to pair with the inboard from your Pendulum thing. Like you could go like Dweller, Savage, Borland with like a Bestial in hand, and that just beats Tyr. Just stuff like that, or like IP Borland Savage, you can just do, rather than having to play like crazy conservative like Dragon Link. You can just dump resources because all the resources replace themselves in this deck. I don't know when I'm going to test this, but I am going to try it out and see how it goes. But this is a package that I would try. If I put it in, I would remove, I don't know what I take out of the, I'd probably take out of the extra deck the Zeus to put in the Savage, because then I have Savage Baron that I can make. But if I put that package in, I would probably cut the Shifter, cut a Druis, and a Saronir. And then I would cut 1 Ignis, 1 Power Load, and a Bambuku. And that would be, I think it's 8 cards. It's 9 cards. So I'd probably cut Luster. So I'd take these cards out to play this, to try it out. There are also other things that you can cut from the list to fit these in. This is probably what I'm going to do when I end up testing this. But yeah, that's it for the vid though. I appreciate you guys stopping by, checking it out. Do all that stupid YouTube stuff, like comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you think. Um, yeah, I'm gonna do this whole YouTube thing. I'm gonna start trying to do it more often. But yeah, peace out, guys, and get your game on.